Yo! Welcome to Godlike Gaming. Let's dominate. Resource management? But the game constantly showers you with resources. However, did you know by managing it you can maximize your efficiency? Yes, same amount of income, but more goodies, simply by preventing anything goes to waste. Think of it like this. Every player gets one orange, but the one who squeezes harder gets more juice out of the same orange. For example, on Christmas event, you were able to buy 20 small Santa boxes in exchange of 4500 gold. But by purchasing the event pass, you would get 20 of the same boxes and one mega Santa box in addition, plus 2 premium ships and a unique commander and bunch of economic booster at the price of 3500 gold. And by the way, gold is the same resource that Wargaming likes to call it doubloons. And the catch, you had to play daily to progress the XP bars, which comes naturally because you're going to play the game after all. There is a real life research that shows after some amount of wealth, you basically have everything you ever going to need, and anything beyond that doesn't serve a crucial purpose in order to improve the quality of your life. And this guide is a step-by-step long plan so you can reach to that point in game. Alright, let's break it down by understanding the resources and their rarity. The first resource you will be introduced to is silver, or as the game likes to call it, the credit. It doesn't look special until you feel the credit shortage and need to grind for it. And no, I'm not saying to get to hold on your resources like a dragon and never spend them. But if you're spending it, it has to serve a purpose. And you can maximize your efficiency on credits simply by not upgrading the ships you never planned to play. That Spanish tech line, you unlocked it only with the purpose to build a strong fleet and be prepared for upcoming events, and you never play with the ship, so there is absolutely no need to upgrade every single ship on that line. Instead, invest your credits to buy new ships and increase your fleet size. That's smart. This meta also applies to real life too. That subscription to an online service that you don't even remember, that's the definition of wasting resources. Disclaimer, I'm not saying Spanish ships are bad, but since I rarely see them in the game, and personally I don't find them fun to play with, I assume most of the players have the same feeling. Also, if you already have millions of credits lying around or you unlocked everything already, sure, go wild. But for vast majority of players, upgrading random ships is just burning the money. Speaking of burning the money, right now go and cancel that useless HBO or Netflix subscription that you actually never watch, so you have deeper pockets to spend on whatever you need. And remember this meta, credits build fleets and fleets build resources. Spend credits with purpose to build a big fleet so you can gather more resources in the long run. Think of ships as a tool. Use the right tool for the job. Example, dockyard missions often ask for 4000 main battery hit ribbon, and if you try doing that with North Carolina, it feels like a torture. Not because North Carolina is a bad ship, it's just the wrong tool for the job. But if you use something like Illinois or Druid, which can easily gather 600 ribbons per battle, suddenly the mission becomes a joke. Trying to grind without understanding the core of the mission feels like trying to dig a well using a toothpick. The next resource you will face is free XP, that beautiful green star of joy. However, you have to be careful with it, since it takes a while to gather enough until it makes sense to use. But the best use case is either purchasing the ship upgrades for smoother grinding the line, only if you know that's the class you're going to play in the future. Otherwise, keep gathering them until you have just enough to make use of it on Research Bureau points. Since free XP and Research Bureau are tied together, and I already have a video explaining that in great detail, I encourage you to watch that video, and I leave a card at this part of the video so you can watch it later, and of course after you finished watching this one. And if you're a very casual player and you don't care about Research Bureau at all, then spend it to unlock the lines that you hate to play, like submarines for example. The core idea is to make a big fleet for upcoming events, and you can get more resources out of those events. And since you already hate those classes and you never plan to play with them, so it doesn't matter at all, you just need them to be in your fleet. Moving on to the next resource, the coal, the gateway to premium ships for new players and fleet expansion for veteran players. And the important part is to purchase stuff that you actually need. The first thing you need is a tier 9 ship so you can boost your credit earning. Depends on what type of player you are and what you enjoy, you can make your choice. But for me, the ultimate silver grinder is Azuma and Kearsarge. Also, let's talk about the unique commanders that you can buy using coal from the armory. They come with perfect perks. However, you can only use them on their specific factions. And if that faction happen to be something you don't enjoy, or you don't even have ships for that faction yet, so skip it. They can stay in the armory until you decide you want to play with that faction specifically. Because what's the point of having a cool commander, but you can use its full potential? Also, there is a tactic I'm using in case of coal spending with the purpose to maximize my chances to receive better ships from mega boxes or super containers. Purchase the cheapest ships in the armory first, because what it does, it eliminates the possibility of that ship to get dropped out of a mega box. Imagine you receive a ship which costs 50k after grinding seriously for those mega boxes. And you could buy that ship by playing the game for 3 weeks consecutively. Even thinking of it makes me mad. It's such a waste of opportunities. So buy the cheapest ships first, so when you receive something, it really have an impact on you. Also, I made a full detailed guide on how to earn coal in every possible way and explained how to increase your coal income and maximize your efficiency. So I drop a card for that video here somewhere on the screen, so you don't get confused when you want to watch it. After you finish this video, of course. Righty, now it's the time for steel, the most scarce resource in the game. The only resource that you either earn it by playing the game, or there is no other way to have it. You can't purchase it, even in exchange of real money. And you can purchase best of the best ships using it. The only way to gather steel is either by playing ranked battles or clan battles. And yes, you can always have some steel by purchasing the battle pass, but you still need to play the game to progress your battle pass. And you can get it also during the seasonal events, especially the Christmas event. The main reason why you need to have a massive fleet to be prepared for Christmas times, because more ships you have, more resources you receive. That's how the event works. Now, imagine you have enough steel to purchase a ship, but don't rush. Since steel earning rate is extremely slow, you need to time it. So you purchase ships only when you have a discount coupon available. and the discount coupon resets twice a year. But best strategy in case you can't gather enough steel to purchase a ship while the coupon is refreshed is to use the coupon on a cold ship or the unique commander we were talking about, because you don't want your coupon to go to waste, and always aim for the most expensive item in the shop that you can afford, because the coupon is percentage based discount, meaning the higher the base price is, the higher the discount you will get. For example, the British cruiser called Defense cost around 411k, and discount makes it 100k cheaper. But an item that costs 10k will give you only 2k of discount, so yeah, you get the idea. And finally, the gold, the mighty doubloons, the lost treasure of pirates, which can actually be purchased in the shop using real money. The only reason it's at the very end of the list is because I made this guide in perspective of a free player, like someone who doesn't want to spend money on a free game, you know? I'm not discouraging you not to spend money, but from point of view of a free player, doubloon is more scarce than steel actually. And the only way to grind gold is by playing ranked, or hold your fingers crossed while you're opening the super containers. You need to spend gold on dockyard starter packs and battle passes. But did you know not every battle pass worth the gold? So this is how to maximize your efficiency on spending this shiny metal. If a battle pass doesn't contain a premium ship in it, skip it. And even if it does, always check that you already don't own the ship, because there is no compensation for duplicates. And always, I mean always, stash gold for the Christmas event. That's literally where the biggest prizes laying around for you to grab. That's the reason why you're grinding the entire year, to be prepared for the Christmas events. That's basically the reason you need to build a big fleet. And here comes the final tip, the birthday coupon, which gives you 100% cash back. And obviously it happens during the birthday date you set on the game while signing up. And how it works, you have to spend real money in the game, and because it's your birthday, the game gives you back all your money in form of doubloons on your account, which creates the illusion that you got something for free, which you actually do, but you need to spend in advance. So my recommendation is to purchase the most expensive item you can afford, but don't sweat over it, don't put pressure on yourself. It's just a bonus. A bonus that I personally could never have for my own. And never forget, this is just a game for you to have fun. But always remember, the most valuable resource at your disposal is your time. And these tutorials exist to save you your precious time. Speaking of the time, thanks for putting it to watch this video. Alright, that's for today's video. Don't forget to sub, and God is out!